For some reason, this movie has the same opening as any normal episode of the show. Why? The Great Discovery does this crap too. Was it too hard to make original opening credits for both movies?
It is a busy time for all the engines.
From what it looks like in this shot, someone ain't that busy. The only two engines working here are Gordon and Henry, and the station's platforms are empty.
And each night, when the work is done, Gordon, Henry, James, Edward, Percy and Thomas go back to their home at Tidmouth Sheds. The sheds are where they rest their wheels, cool their boilers, and talk about the day's adventures.
Why did you explain what a shed is? I'm pretty sure even kids know what a shed is, whether they've seen the show or not.
A new airport is to be built on Sodor.
So, Sodor has never had an airport before. Why? They mentioned that summer was busy, so wouldn't an airport help the travelers that visit during the summer? Why did it take this long for Sodor to get an airport? Oh god, there's learning segments during this film. Each one is so dumb, even for a preschooler. So you know how the workmen have to actually couple up the trucks with diesel? So now one workman questioning why diesel needed trucks are bananas. Now granted they may have not known diesel was taking trucks to build Tidmouth Sheds, but still, no one questioned it? Hell, you're telling me the driver and fireman didn't know the trucks are bananas!
When they puffed into the yard, they saw something that was very, very frightening.
Last we saw Diesel 10, he fell into a barge. Even as a kid, I always wondered how the hell he got put back on the wheels. I always wish they told us what happened. Not that it's really only a problem if you consider a Magic Railroad canon. Why is Thomas the only one staying on Nappa Sheds? As we see later, there were other spots for some engines. Just like 2 more spots. 2 of the engines could stay there. 3 engines if you move the coaches next to Emily.
He started to sleep whistle.
So the engines can't sleep whistle? That idea sounds really stupid, and it is. They didn't use Thomas's whistle sound, like, what the heck? So this is where Mattel got the idea of dream sequences from. Now I can find this movie for that! So Henry just doesn't get a dream? I mean, that's probably a good thing for the audience. But why? Why is he the only one that doesn't? And Toby, but right now Toby ain't too worried.
And there was Lady. Lady was a very special steam engine. She worked high up in the mountains.
Wait, what? Lady doesn't work high in the mountains. She's a fucking magic engine. You just said she was a special engine. Just because she works high in the mountains doesn't mean she's special. The Nugget engines work high in the mountains. Is that why they're special? Again, this is really only a problem if we consider Magic Railroad canon. Why is Daisy mad? She's not the nicest of diesels, but she's not that mean. Not on the same level as Diesel, Airy, and Bird.
But the track was bumpy. Suddenly, they started to come off the track. Some of them headed straight for the water tower. The water tower creaked and wobbled. Then it started to tip. The water tower crashed down across the runway.
Did this need to happen? The movie could have ended, but nope. Gotta have one more thing in there. And I don't care if it gets George to appeal. Because of this, the movie lasts longer now, when everything could have been wrapping up. The Stevens and Diesels were getting along, the airport was finished. But nope, we needed one more conflict. I really don't like how easily Diesel 10 decides to help. Where's even one we know and love on Magic Railroad? Oh wait, it's because of the plot. Diesel 10 in this movie is just depicted as a grumpy Diesel. Not evil, grumpy.
All the engines agreed it was a...
Toby claims to be bored to show up here. Wow. Now let's get to the overall problem I have with this movie. And I mentioned it before, it's so slow and boring. It's forgettable. There's a lot of filler in this movie, and it makes it drag. It's a snore to sit through. I'd rather watch a Mystery Island Rescue over this. Sure, that movie is absolute shit, but this is not boring. It keeps my attention. because of how bad it is. Carnal Engines really does sum up my thoughts on this era of the show. There's some good stuff here and there, but it's mostly forgettable. If they cut down the film a bit, then this would have been better. If you want to watch Carnal Engines, I would suggest the supercut GWR music did. It cuts out a lot of the filler moments and then the segments. Hell, it even includes the Dream song! I would say that video is the definitive way to watch the movie. If you like this film normally, that's fine. There are good things about this movie, and maybe I'll do a video where I point out the stuff I like. But personally, this is still my least favorite Thomas movie. Actually, scratch that. Second least favorite. Fuck off, Legends, go.